Arm in. Okay. The arm in, we're gonna grab palm to palm. Remember that. No arms, double underhooks. I'm gonna grab a C-clamp. But both times the one that I'm facing is gonna be palm up. Okay. The reason why we're gonna do that is because if I dump, number one, palm up just makes this elbow stay in, so I don't get over the tongue. I want the back of my tricep to be on the base of where the end of your quad is. And if your arm's in there, it's easy to do that with a palm to palm. You see how your arm and my arm push on the top of your basically that near, well, it'd be the bottom of your quad. It's really close, right? If I lock you here and I do a palm to palm, you see how tight it is? So it's gonna be hard for me to get around your legs. So now we do a C-clamp, and you see how that creates that same thing. Creates that pressure on the leg. You feel that. If you pummel your arm in there, and I go here, you see how it feels like the same pressure on the leg? But the minute I lock palm to palm with no arms, it doesn't, now my pressure's up at your hip. I don't want that. So I want to make sure that the pressure is here at the leg.
Arm in, palm to palm,
yes.
Arm out, C-clamp.
Correct. And the one I'm facing is always going to be palm up. And remember, there's a butterfly, I need that sag, you feel me sagging. So the first counter to any butterfly guard, when the guy comes to the seated position, if you don't have underhooks, like say it's like this. When you sit up, this is always the first thing. So you feel how I've got it looks terribly loose, but you feel how you can't take your feet out?
Right.
Because I'm sagging on your legs. My head is in the middle of your chest looking up, so I don't get guillotined. It's the same posture-ish type of feel when you're doing a body lock. It's the same like sat. So it just changes that now you've already sat up with your arm, and my head isn't in the middle because it can't be. You put it out in the middle. So you've essentially won some part of our pummel battle, but it's the same sag. That's important. And then we lock our hands. Now the other important thing is, remember, I don't drive you flat. I pivot, post, and I turn you a little before I drive you flat. So the battle of the legs is already almost won in my scenario, right? Because I turned you. If I drive you flat, now I can't, there's no way I'm getting over your knee now.
Right.
So it's here, sag, I pivot, we post, and I turn you just a bit. And now we walk, 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 and then I have to go up on my toe on good guys. You're gonna need to go up on your toe. And then the quad catches your knee line. And now I move into you. Right? And now if you don't do anything, if you're just trying to fight here, I turn my head this side and I pass so tight. It's so tight, it's so easy to pass the legs. You have no power. You're stuck on your back. Okay? Without the arms, it's the same. I sag, I C-clamp, the same. I turn you, and then I walk, walk, walk. And now I move into you. Now, this is, regardless, this is almost always where you're gonna end up, no matter if you have an arm in or arm out, is this right here. Because you've been here before, you know that if your arm is stuck, you're gonna get your guard pass. So you're gonna take it out. So when an arm goes in, and I get to this scenario, almost always, the person that's it. It's almost always here now. And when you're here, this immediately comes up for a near under. On both arm in and arm out body lock. And then the leg pummeling starts. So where ideally, if you have a half guard, you have a half butterfly guard, sorry, you can put your half butterfly guard. I need to put a right hook in because you have a hook. So that's when this stapling is gonna happen, and I'm gonna choose to come to this side. Eliminate that. But let's start with the very beginning of the body. Just plain old body. Keep your knee posted and then turn your foot out. Yep. Now just lift your knee up, and then and don't worry about pulling it. Okay. So open your knee, put your foot. Yeah. Now pull this elbow to this knee. There you go. That was different.
Yeah, I got you.
Now see, you're almost over my knee line already. Yep. Nice. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Good. Awesome.
So then
if I stay here, you can sprawl even to beat this hook. And yeah, now you can walk around. If it's not that, you don't have to be super on it with the leg work because of the position. But generally, I'm gonna take that out. And when I take it out, there will always be, like as you feel this,
Yep.
just start letting go and go, yep, and go right up. And now put your hook, and now drive your head up and think about where your shoulder. That is way different.
That's way different. That's way different.
That's way different.